Okay, so yeah, the book says that I'm going to have to pull the whole motor out and do this. However, I am going to attempt to go in through the clutch cover because I think it might be possible. I'm really hoping. But in order to do that, I gotta get some stuff out the way here, obviously. So I've got the oil drained again. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to drain the oil. So I bought a brand new oil pan that I can catch it in and actually put it back in because it'll still be clean. So that goes on the back side of that. Amazing. All right. So right now I'm trying to get these screws all broke loose. So I've got to get over here. I have got to get into here, I believe. So the clutch has got to come out. Yeah, in the book it's saying that I'm also going to have to take this bottom off, and yeah, I won't be able to do that on the bike. So I'm going to take the clutch off and see if I can actually get into where the starter engages. And if I can't, then the motor's got to come back out of the bike, and this becomes a much longer project than I had originally anticipated. Yeah, I'm beginning to think I should have tried to get it running before I started all this. That's okay. We will make it work one way or another. Well, let me get situated here, and we'll get that clutch off. And the fun part is going to be getting that off here. Because I don't have a socket that big. So guys, it is in fact going to have to come out of the bike in order to fix the starter clutch assembly. So luckily, like I said, I have a full set of gaskets on the way. It looks like we're going to go deeper dive into this motor than I had originally hoped I would have to. having trouble getting the carbs off. Anyway, I am going to get it to the point it is ready to take out, and then lift this heavy son of a gun out of it again. I might have to get somebody to help me this time, because this last time that was kind of a bugger. I got these loose. I don't know why they're not coming out. Because that rubber is stiff as a word, stiffer than the dickens. But anyway, let me get it all set up to take out, and then we will film it getting taken out. But it's turning into more work than I wanted it to be. But I love the way this thing's going to look. I really hope that we get it working. And I'm going to write it. So we'll see you when we got set up to take out. All right, so we are set up to get this thing out. And I'm just going to set it down here on this. It's a motorcycle lift with a piece of plywood on it. I just need to get this up just a little bit higher so it'll disengage the frame. Ah, good grief. What am I caught on? I'm caught on something. There we go. At least this time I'm not tripping on a bunch of stuff on the floor. There we go. Okay, I don't think that's supposed to be down there. Look at the crud in the bottom of this thing. Well, I'm glad I took that off. Because I'm finding a whole bunch of really nasty stuff in here that needs to be cleaned out. That's, yeah, that's particles. but I'm going to have to replace a gear. Yep, guess I should have done this in the first place. So today, for me, it's the 15th, and the parts to fix this don't arrive until the 20th. So it'll have been a few days before this video actually gets released. Plus, I may have to order other parts that I don't have just yet. For one, the tool I need to remove the clutch housing is not going to be here till the 20th, so I can't even take the clutch off to actually get to the point where I can take the oil pump off, where I can reach the dang secondary shaft that has the starter clutch on it. So this is going to be sitting with you for a while. Lovely. Look at that crud. I'm going to have to clean all that out for sure. Like I said, I'm glad that I opened it up. And I wonder where this is supposed to go, because it was just laying in the bottom of the motor. It came from somewhere. It appears to be a rubber O-ring type thing of some sort. I wonder if that's what's wrong with the starter clutch. Anyway, folks, for me it's going to be 5 days, and for y'all it's going to be about 5 seconds. And we'll start getting this thing taken the rest of the way apart, and then find out what else we have to fix up in there. That was good. That sounds good. Yep. All right, guys. Here we go. So the new tool that does just one thing is here. And we're finally going to get this clutch housing off. I've also had to buy a new clutch housing because in my haste of trying to get it off without having this tool, I broke one of the deals off. So yeah, so that's ordered. Should be here Monday. Today is Saturday, so should be soon. There we go. And then we need a socket, really big socket. And the gasket set also came in, which was surprising because I didn't think that was getting here till 20th, and now it's here, so good. Now, how in the world does that come off here? I'm gonna have to resort to the book for a minute, guys. Unless that one holds it too. I'll have to check. All right, back. Okay, sure enough, I have to get that one out too. So. And that should let the oil pump come right out of there. Ta-da! At least it seems to be smooth running. All right. And now, how the hell do I get to the starter clutch? That will be the next thing I have to look up. Okay, I think we got this figured out. I actually had to go buy a pair of snap ring pliers because I didn't have any. All the same tool I have. And I'm missing the one I need. It's always how it works. So let's see here. We're going to take this little snap ring off. I had to remove that over on the other side. Okay, we're slowly getting this figured out. I had to tap on it with a drift until this part popped out. Now that that's out, we can pull that shaft out and save that. Oh, this is just a pain, let me tell you. Well, this thing's fine. So that is not the problem. And the gear that turns this thing, that engages with this one, looks fine. And that one looks fine. That goes into there. Yeah, it's kind of fun to get in there because you got to get those rollers back out of the way, like so. Now it only rolls one way. So when the starter engages, it engages a gear up here that is engaged to this gear. It rolls around, and then when the motor starts running, this just spins on here and it sits still. However, that does not solve or does not tell me why I'm getting all this grinding noise from within the engine when I engage the starter. I've actually had the starter off and apart, and it's actually fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So well, if nothing else, the bottom end of the motor is all nice and clean now. All the gunk is out of it, but I'm still no closer to solving this issue than I was when I started. Lovely. All right, let me do some research and I'll be back. Okay, gents, so at this point I have pulled off the starter and checked the gear that it engages to, and it free turns this thing and it locks up when it's supposed to, lock up to turn the motor over, and it doesn't make any funny noises. So I took the starter apart, pulled the gear off the end, and checked the, I believe they're called orbital gears inside, and that thing was dry as all get out. And I think it's supposed to be greased, so I put a real light layer of grease in there just to give it some lubrication in there. Put the starter back together, checked the points or the brushes and stuff on it, they're all good. Sprayed everything down with the electronic cleaner and put it back together, put it on the bike, and right now I'm going to go ahead and just reassemble this thing. And see what I get. So that little ring got to go there. Yeah, let me grab my bolts. So this doesn't have any pins that hold the gasket in place, so you have to use a couple of bolts to hold the gasket in place while you put it on there. Alright, now I gotta wait for the new clutch to come. Great, that's supposed to be here Monday. So once again, what will be a few seconds for you will be a couple of days for me, and we'll make more progress. See you in a sec. Well guys, I have spent my Sunday editing video of what I have footage of so far, and we're hitting just over 20 minutes, so I figured I'm just going to go ahead and let this one out, and when we come back on the next episode, we will get the clutch on there, and I'm going to actually crank it over before I put it in the bike, so I'm going to have to hook up a ground and then just kind of jump it off a battery and see if we still get that same grinding noise we were having before. But I want to do that before I go to the hassle of putting it back in the bike, because I really don't want to pull it out again if something's still wrong. So we'll be doing that in the next episode, and for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.